Game change, I'm here to restore order. New school and old school, I'm here to connect the border. Real hip hop, just trying to bring that feeling back. I'm a fan of the culture, so for real I be missing that. When you had to really rap, when you said you could spit a rap, trash you get nothing. If you hot, then you get it dap. Bronx the birthplace of the legendary genre. August 11 is the date, really you should honor. Important date, if you don't know about it, it's a problem. It happens to be the date that hip hop was started. KRS-One said bring it to the cipher. Coogee rap, taking the war, that was fire. Rakim, ain't no joke, was on the lineup. Jada and they dog.
No doubt, it's your boy, the Joker, the Overlook MC, right here, live and direct here on the Underground Lounge, on the Evening Rush Network. We on all types of platforms worldwide, doing what we do, that I do every week. You know, I've been doing stuff 2 or 3 times a week now, man. I got a lot of bookends for a lot of good hip-hop heads, and I got a hip-hop legend right now from Buffalo, New York. Definitely doing this thing on the bars, lyrical king, doing what it do, businessman, entrepreneur, motivational speaker, out there for the kids and for the youth. This is my boy right here, L-BIZ, in the building. What's going on, L-BIZ?
What's up, man? What's up? Salute to the Joker, man. Salute to the whole platform, man. I thank you for having me on.
Yeah,
Pardon me, I'm a little under the weather, but the show must go on. I stay busy. You should too. You know how I do.
yeah. You always up and moving. You know what I mean? I've been under the weather a little bit, in and out throughout the week. Like I was talking backstage, with these allergies, man. This weather, this allergies.
Yeah.
Man, with the sand, and these cactuses have all types of pollen on them, and it's like they have.
Oh, that's crazy. I don't know about no cactus pollen. That's crazy.
That's different out this joint. It's definitely a different cloth out here in the desert, man, in Albuquerque, man. But those who tuned in right now, let people know a little bit about yourself that don't know about L-BIZ. I know a little something about L-BIZ, but coming out of your vocals, let people know about L-BIZ, a little something about, a little small little.
All right. Well, my name is L-BIZ. I am an MC, singer, songwriter, producer, manager, DJ, like content creator. I do all kind of things. I've been doing music for close to 15 years. Repping Buffalo, New York. I've been in the 716 the whole time, but I move around a little bit. Affiliated with D Block, a registered writer with Rock Nation and Universal Music Group, and an overall cool guy. You know what I'm saying? Like just doing my thing, man. I'm probably about I don't know how many projects I've released, but it's been quite a few.
Oh yeah.
And I've been not just on my own, but I've collaborated with other artists and other producers by the likes of the Locks, D Block, my man Snipe Life, Tribe Diesel, Inspector Deck, Sadat X, rapper Big Pool, and my support Pretty Bully and Glenwood Boogie and Averett is my I stay Team ISB, I stay busy family. So you know what I mean? I've been doing this for a long time, so it makes sense for me to have some of the accolades that I've been able to accomplish. You know what I mean? And I'm just grateful for the opportunity to sit down and kick it with you about these things that I got going on. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a whole lot.
You definitely a workaholic, man. You make it do what it do. I've been following you for a minute, man, and like I said before, man, you on a lot of platforms of the hip hop boom bap community. Those who don't know the hip hop community, boom bap community, is like it's a whole family of us that's definitely supporting the podcast, internet radio, so many different cafes and stuff like that down in the West Coast, out here in the Southwest, New York, Atlanta. So there's a lot of us that we come together and we just, push the culture forward. And shout out to the family, Griselda, who definitely put the stamp on the city to help us.
That's a fact.
Yeah, to move that baton around a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, everybody passing it around and showing love and taking it to the next level. How do you feel about the hip hop culture now, between the mainstream and the indie? How do you feel about that, in your own words?
Oh man, I think there's a kind of like how they used to say there's an app for that, right? Everybody has their own taste and what they like music wise, And I think there's something to feed that taste for music in every aspect. So, you got it's been like that for years. You know what I'm saying? For decades even. There's always like a party artist, like a party MC. Like let's take it back to the '80s with Father MC or something like that.
Right.
Father MC was around making party records for the clubs and stuff like that. But then you also have Public Enemy. You know,
Right.
there's still, there's still certain levels of balance in the game today that there was back then in the '80s, late '70s, early '80s and '90s and all of that.
Right.
But it's just because the music is so easily accessible and it's morphed into such a business, such a big business that people don't pay attention. They don't dig as deep as they used to. You know,
Right.
when we was back in the '90s and 2000s, you had to go to the record store to get your music. You know what I mean? You had to go and find the new stuff. You know what I mean? And so now it's not necessarily it's available, but it's not. You don't have to go through that process. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's tough for us. That's why I feel like the community that we've built underground is
Right.
so valuable.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we have platforms like Shade 45 shows a lot of love to underground artists. There's DJs like Chris G, Trackstar. There's a lot of DJs overseas. Yourself gives a lot of It's a lot of platforms for underground artists. Same as mainstream artists. It's just for what it's worth, the
Right.
big business is not backing the underground because they don't necessarily know how to cultivate and make that underground thing as viable as a mulatto or a Uzi Vert or whatever the case may be. But that's just business in general. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. That's right. Yeah. Shout out to my man Justin Newman out there in Australia, man. He the king,
Salute
the
to
goat.
Justin.
Yeah, he the goat out there in Australia, man, with the street team. He loves the Buffalo sound. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know who L-BIZ is, Justin, you definitely tune in, man. You're pretty sure that's in your playlist because you definitely tuned in. You definitely is familiar with the original sound of the hip hop sound. And you always putting a post about true hip hop too. So shout out to Justin Newman. He got his little thing going on too. On
Salute to
Facebook. Make
Justin.
sure you go ahead and follow my brother and do what it do, man. He definitely I got a fan base out there because of Justin. He definitely out there putting the air on the streets out there and
That's
Sydney,
love.
Australia. You know what I mean? Out there,
That's
man,
that's
doing it do,
beautiful.
man. So salute to Justin Newman. Definitely tune in to my bro. And make sure you follow him right there. It's on the screen right there. You know what I mean? On IG. You know what I mean? L-BIZ is in the building. You know what I mean? Yeah, he broke
Yes,
down
sir.
in his own words what the culture is doing. What do you see Buffalo at in the next 5 years in the mainstream and in the boom bap community? Because I know a lot of people that's in the mainstream now is getting signed. A lot of people in Buffalo that I know about that it didn't hit the waves yet, but there's a lot of them that's now in the mainstream doing some mean things. What do you see
Right.
Buffalo in the next 5 years in both communities?
That's a very good question. I'm not really sure, honestly. I pay a lot of attention to what's happening now, as far as like the younger artists and whatnot. And I don't see a lot of, as far as the younger artists, I don't see a lot of entrepreneurial type of moves being made. You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
when it comes to longevity in the business, that's what it turns into. You know what I mean? Like I tell my team all the time, like, yo, shame on us if we not working and we not trying to work multiple angles as it pertains to music and entertainment.
that's right,
Because like even Oprah got 5 jobs, right? So
that's
who
right,
are we not to work that hard? You know what I mean? A lot
right.
of they feel like they'll get it. Oh, is that you? Oh, they bugging out.
Oh, yeah, they bugging. They bugging. We good though.
You, bro. So just know it's about this. I'm gonna get in trouble for that. But anyway, I I think that a lot of the young dudes, they don't really tap into the other aspects of the business. You know what I mean? And so for me, I don't see it. Um, I think that we have enough talented artists to continue the momentum that we have.
That's
But
right.
until there's a solidified blueprint or process that's given, I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I don't. I
I
don't know.
definitely
I'm
see what you're
I'm
saying on that.
stumped. I'm honestly, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I hope that someone picks up the business side of it and carries that, because I always say, like, music ain't nothing but a commercial for the other stuff you selling. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not selling nothing else, if you're not acting, if you're not shooting films, if you don't have a clothing line, if you don't, if you're not networking to build other businesses, then
yeah,
it limits the opportunity for other people to latch on to that momentum and allow for us to carry the momentum for the next 5 years.
that's right.
So I ain't sure, bro.
Yeah, yeah. You know
I'm
what?
a straight up
I never
dude.
thought of it that way. The way you put it, because I get that question asked a lot, and I say in the next five
Oh, she
years I
killed
can
my
see
son.
maybe I
My
think
bad.
in the hip hop side of it, I think we're
I
gonna be
can't hear.
silent, but on the R&B side of it, I think that's gonna be the one that's gonna take us to that next level. But now, since you put it that way on the business side, that makes a lot of sense. That you got to do more than one thing. You got to get involved into clothing line. You got to get involved in acting, get in film, and
I can't hear you.
you got the swag. You get into the modeling situation. That won't hurt. It's a lot of things that you can do, and that makes a lot of sense, though. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't hear you.
You can't hear me, no doubt.
What
Um,
that said.
yeah, but everybody,
I don't know what's happening, but I can't hear.
everybody hear us right there. Justin, do you hear?
I can't
Elder,
hear
do you
you.
hear? Anybody can let us know right
Why I
now.
can't hear? Did she really?
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
yeah. See here, let me get in here, let me get in here real quick. You know what I mean?
I
Yeah,
don't
everybody
know.
they can hear us. They can hear you. Can you hear L-BIZ? Can everybody hear L-BIZ? They said they can't hear they can't hear you.
I don't know what happened.
They said they
I
can't
can't hear
hear.
you.
They said they can't hear you. Let me see. Mic check 1 2.
Check, check. Can you hear me?
Mic check 1 2.
Oh, there we go. I don't know how that happened.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, we back. We back. My
Okay.
bad.
Now they can hear both of us. They couldn't hear you. You couldn't hear me. See, I
Yeah.
just talked about this backstage.
Yeah, we
Technology.
was. We was talking about this technology, boy.
Technology would come in and Debo and hate on you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The technology would come up on you and say, I want all the smoke.
Doing all of getting all up in the mix.
Yeah, man. Shout out to L-BIZ being on the platform on Underground Lounge, right here on the Even Rush Network. Remember, those who tuned in, man, put in your comments, your questions you have for L-BIZ. He definitely do what he
Yeah.
do, man. He got a lot of things going on. What you got going on for next project? I know you got the new single, with your D
Yeah.
Block girl.
Well, okay, so there's a number of things going on right now. As far as music is concerned, I just dropped a single called Unlucky, produced by Myth God Beats. That's on a project that I've also released, called Myth vs. Legend. And that's
Yeah.
available now exclusively on my website at istayBusy.com. I just launched a new initiative called Mission 5000.
Okay.
And what Mission 5000 is, it's I'm looking to kind of get away from the streaming process with the
Okay.
streaming platforms and do more direct to consumer process, do more direct to consumer work. So what I did was created a subscription base that gives all of the fans that like to purchase music, like they support the artists, they
Yeah.
buy the downloads, they buy the merch, they buy the t-shirts, come to the shows. Those people have exclusive access to all of the music. If you sign up to the club, all of the music that I release for a full calendar year, you'll have access to.
Wow.
In addition to other perks like, for the second tier, if you purchase the second tier membership, and I'll release a physical copy of something, I'll shout you out in that. And then there's also merchandise that comes with it. In the top tier, you get, like I got this new I Stay Busy jerseys that I'm putting out. The members for the major members will get that. They'll also get invited to a show for free. They want to come to a show and hang out with me at the shows. Like, it's because I'm just tired of putting my music up on streaming platforms
Okay.
and feeling like I just dropped a CD in a $5 bin at Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I
So
hear.
I'm taking I'm taking that back. I don't, I don't mind the streaming. That's is love. I appreciate it. It's great. But the whole concept of Mission 5,000 is really just, I only need 5,000 fans to reach any kind of financial or audience goals for myself.
That's a fact.
So at for a nominal fee, like I'll make music for free. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, cause I have a passion for it. A lot of people do, but for the sake of sustainability, while I'm making this music, I'm also giving people opportunity to have access to other things. Behind the scenes footage, like
Right.
videos, music that I've never put out. I'll send it out to the club and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like different chats, like one-on-one conversations, business conversations, all kind of stuff. And that's primarily what I'm doing. And I've started that. I've launched that.
Awesome.
So you
Awesome.
know, for the people that sign up now, like it's $20.
That's what's
You'll
up.
get the new project and 11 other singles. And every song that I release for the rest of the year leading up to June of 2024, you'll get directly to your phone.
That's what's up.
So
That's what's up.
yeah, man,
Yeah, but
trying to be innovative.
that's a power move. That's if you have a good fan base, because you have a solid foundation of fan base in your
Yeah,
era. But I could tell by the just being on the other side of the fence of the business, I could tell of the engagement of a lot of fans that love what you got going on and loving your brand. And also
yeah.
me, I'm a fan first. Before I got a chance to kick it with you, you know what I mean. I stayed in, and I'm loving the art and everything, and it's just very inspiring. Very inspiring. You're definitely your
Thank you,
celebrity
man.
off the chain. You have a story to tell. You're an amazing storyteller. I gotta give you your flowers now, or you're kicking
Thank
the
you, man.
crown now to be, you know what I mean? Because pause on the flowers. I would like to say flowers. I know people say that, but I want to give you the crown.
For sure. All right, I'll take
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
It fits.
yeah. You know what I mean? So I try not to say flowers too much. You know what I'm saying? To a fellow. You know what I'm saying? I
For
got to pause
sure.
on that part. But give you a crown because you inspire me to step my game up. I'm learning on the other side, and you don't even realize that I'm learning by seeing how you move. It's very
Oh
inspiring
man,
for a black man to a black man, because I'm like, man, if he can do it, I can do it.
for
You
sure.
know,
For
my
sure.
first album, I didn't put it on the platform, and I sold over 10,000 copies worldwide, 13
There
countries,
you go.
and that made me look different of of how things work. But then I also wanted the streaming side, because I want to get the people that don't know too.
Uh-huh.
And shout out to the stream, shout out to Spotify. I'm gonna give a shout out to Spotify because Spotify is the only platform who's actually trying to, to give the artists what they need or what they're supposed to get. They gave
That's
us
a
a
fact.
raise 3 years in a row. They just
Yeah.
gave another raise, starting at midnight tonight. 'Cause right now we got 250 streams to make you $1. Now that we're gonna give it down to 215 streams to make $1 now, starting midnight tonight. And shout out
Word.
to BMI and ASCAP giving us
Uh-huh.
133% publishing. You know what I mean? Shout out to them.
Yes,
Giving
sir. Yes, sir.
indie artists what we deserve. We're slowly getting there, but we got to keep fighting. Like you know what I'm saying? We got to keep working together, fighting as independent artists that has a business LLC, paying taxes, keeping an economy moving,
Hmm.
giving people jobs. You know what I mean? And all these type of
I
things
agree.
that we're involved in. So, how you feel about the indie side of the business and how they showing love and trying to do their best to give us what we deserve.
Well, I think it's long overdue. You know what I'm saying? Like it's long overdue. A lot of us indie artists, like myself, yourself, and and others, have put in decades worth of work. You know what I'm saying? And haven't really, we kind of almost look like the middle class of the music industry, right? Where these platforms have built their backs off of aspiring artists. A lot of like I read a report somewhere where it's like, it's less than 100 artists that make the bulk of the money on the streaming platforms.
Right,
So that means that the streaming platforms is making all of their money off of the fees they charge us to put our music up there.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of artists that put their music on streaming platforms don't make a dime. They might not net $100 in a year. You know what I'm saying? Like $50 in a year because they don't understand the business. They just see a dangling carrot. So they sign up, they pay the $20, $30 or whatever to get on DistroKid or whatever digital distribution site, and then they ain't checking the, they're not checking the information, they're not checking the data, they're not doing the research and doing the real work that it requires in order for you to make all of that stuff work for you to the best benefit. So I think it's really long overdue. I'm glad that artists, you know what I'm saying, that have put the time in and put the pain in is getting they just due. It's still more work to do, but at the end of the day, it's up to us to kind of figure out the game and the ins and outs and what works well for us. I know for me, like I've always had the mindset of, having secondary business and utilizing the music to propel that. That's why, like when we was talking behind the scenes, ISB is a brand that I've been running, that I started in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And we have 3 different businesses under that ISB brand umbrella, I Stay Busy brand umbrella. And that's the music side with I Stay Busy Music Publisher, the travel agency side with ISB Family Travel, and then my cousin just started a home improvement business called ISB Home Solutions. So, we building a brand, and the crazy thing about it is these businesses are viable because I make quality music, which is, it's just, when you attach yourself to quality things, then
right.
you're going to get quality product, quality services, and we keep it going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's cool how y'all putting everything together under that umbrella and being entrepreneurs, man, and actually giving the opportunity and bringing jobs to the community. That's real big in the culture of hip hop. That's crazy. That Cares One got the 9 elements of hip hop. That's one of the elements he put in, entrepreneurship, and
that's right.
You definitely opened some doors for opportunities, interns, and that nature to get some experience on the business, the marketplace, the culture. It's a lot to it. A lot of pieces of the puzzle that people been missing a lot doing this music thing. And I've been studying it for a while. For the internet, man, I was in that library downtown Buffalo. That big library downtown. I was there.
That's a fact.
On a regular with a table with 7 different books open with my notepad, trying to figure out what is this, what is publishing, what is patent, what is copyright, what is trademark, what is and getting on. And the crazy thing about that back in the day was, and I'm pretty sure you can vouch for this too, every time you ask a question behind the counter, they look at you like deer in the headlights and thinking that you don't understand.
No, that's real.
Because you had to get that paperwork. They only gave you 1 copy. You had to make copies. For the copyrights, patents, the trademark paperwork. But then they didn't even teach you how to fill it out. So you have to get the books. Or you can go to LF down the line, and get the different books of how to. You had to do your research. They wasn't telling you nothing.
Nothing. These kids like for what it's worth, man. Like I'm happy for everybody that's coming up that has the right mind frame to attack this business, because the information is everywhere now. But we came up in an era where it was like, how to, what is it, like everything you need to know about the music industry books.
Yes, right.
And downloading PDFs and for music contacts, or like going as far back as to getting the information to where the labels was off of the tapes and writing them down so you could send demos in and stuff like that. Like I come from that. You know what I'm saying? So to like, we did so much trial and error that it's like now it's almost like you gotta kind of reprogram yourself just a little bit to kind of work through the new times and the new processes, like with AI and all of this other stuff, like content creation and algorithms and everything. But for what it's worth, the drive that it took for us to get the information, it actually helped us in our careers, because not only did we have to have drive and improving our craft, but we had to have drive and just getting it heard because there wasn't no readily available platforms like that.
Yeah, it
You
wasn't.
know what I'm saying?
You had to do everything word of mouth. You had to do your own research. You had to understand and understand everything that you was getting into. You know, you had to get a book. Like I said, you had to get a book how to fill the paperwork out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, piece
Yep.
by piece. Like I'm in time. I was in a never forget it, man. I was in the library, downtown Buffalo, man, and they closed that joint, and I was still in the joint. The security man
Right.
had to come upstairs on the third floor, like, you know, saying, "Yo, bro, we about to close up, man." Luckily we tried to put the alarm on, and something was moving up there. We know, you know, they had, because back then they turned the lights off. They still had the light that was separate from the table.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. The
I remember,
floodlights and stuff. Yup.
yeah, you know what I mean. So I was still up there working. I mean, I was like, he said, "Man, leave the books right there. We put it away in the morning. We appreciate you. Come back." And I was like, "Man, I had my notes. I had my backpack. I had the walk
Yeah.
yeah. I was
That and that dedication is all. No matter what level of or what path you want to go to in the entertainment industry, that dedication is always what's going to separate the men from the boys, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like nowadays, they actually got a full recording studio in the library now
yeah, they do.
that you can go and book and record songs. You know what I mean? Like,
Podcast, all that.
yeah, like
Editing.
the
I got to
the
edit it
first
all.
record the first record I ever recorded was on a cassette tape. You know what I'm saying? Like we had to
Four track.
loop the cassettes, and you know what I mean. It was crazy. You know what I mean? So it's crazy to see where the technology has gone. But you know, I'm also grateful for it because I benefit from it too. You know, I'm online now setting up a show. You know, like setting up my e-commerce so I can get paid while I'm sleeping, people buying tickets and all that stuff.
Yeah,
That's all technology, you know, that we didn't have. We was hand to hand in tickets,
that's
you
it.
know, so hand to hand in CDs, hand to hand in cassettes, passing out flyers, guerrilla marketing and all that. And it all still works and it's all still valuable, but
That's
it's
right.
just kind of so much easier to reach the people online. So, you
Yeah.
know, I'm grateful for the whole process.
How you feel about the digital and the physical? Do you think that your physical gotta be just as strong as your digital?
Um, you know, I think that's something that an artist has to ask themselves. You know what I mean? Like, what does your fan base look like? You know, some of the new kids, like if you making trap music, they might not necessarily be looking to cop a CD or a cassette. You know what I mean? If
Right.
you're an R&B singer, you know, a new wave R&B singer, your fan base might be 25 and under. They don't have CD players. You
Right.
know what I mean? So what does your physical merchandise actually look like? How do you come up with clever ways to sell merchandise? I see what's the homie Paul Jamal Gasol
Yeah.
had a hoodie that had a QR code on the tag on the bottom of the hoodie. So it's like, yo, I ain't selling music. I'm not selling physical copies, but you could buy this hoodie, and if you scan the hoodie, you can listen to the music. You got to be creative.
Yeah.
I still do physical stuff, you know, but it's like my fan base is of that elk. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in the 29 and up fan, hip hop listeners. It's my demo, so they still
Yeah.
buy cassettes. Like one of the last projects I released.
I know. They collectors items now. And I remember what I done was in the
Yeah,
interview with the cat up on title, and he was like, "Man, they collectors items now, like CDs,
yeah,
vinyls, they collectors items now. Even the artwork of the T-shirts, different merch he's coming out with is a collector's item. You know, when he make
yeah.
that so many of them, he ain't making no more. You know what
Yeah,
I
that's
mean?
a fact. I mean, yo, Wes really. I mean, I could tell that he was a student of the hype beast, Supreme, stuff like that. That whole era of clothing and stuff and merchandising,
Yeah,
because he really just took that business model and applied it to something that was just much more cool than what they was offering. You know what I'm saying? Like the Supreme stuff is cool, but it ain't Griselda by Fashion Rebels. It ain't that.
right.
It's not Gucci, it's not Fendi. Like it's just something that's limited. But when it's cool, when it looks good, and you make it limited, then the people go, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like I gotta have it like the new J's drop. As if they knew. They've been out.
That's right. That's
But
right.
when they limit it, the people gonna rush for it because it's just people in this world that's gotta have it, you know. So I do some similar things, you know, as it pertains to merchandising and stuff like that. But more so it's just, you know, I focus more on the other entrepreneurial businesses that I'm involved in because it's immediate turnaround. It's not like I gotta convince people to go on a trip. I don't have to convince people to go on vacation. People gonna go.
Yeah, people gonna
You know,
go.
I don't gotta convince people that they need their stairs fixed. People gonna get their stairs fixed.
Yeah,
I don't gotta convince rappers to come to the studio. They're gonna want to come. So you know what I mean. So all of the things that I utilize my music for is for brick and mortar things that actually have consistent like revenue stream, revenue
right.
flow. You know what I mean? We make clothes though. Like I still, you know, I got a little. This is
Yeah, I
one of the
see.
jerseys that I made. I got
Yeah,
some new like a new I Stay Busy jerseys. It's actually hanging up on the wall over there. You can't see it because of the light, but you
yeah.
know, T-shirts and hoodies and cassettes and CDs and I do have done it all. I just keep it very limited because
Right.
I don't like wasting money.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, man. We're gonna go into a break right now. We're gonna come right back on, and we're gonna play that music video during the break, and so you watch that new video, man. From yeah, introduce the music video, your boy from D Block, yourself, and all that. That new single.
Okay, this joint is called Take It, produced by Myth Got Beats and Carolina Blue, featuring my man Snipe Life from D Block. Song comes from the Never Cry album that I released some time ago, but it's a fire song. It really speaks to the time in which I created the song and the visual. You can see it, you can feel the energy and the concept, man. Take it, you know what I'm saying? Check it out.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, we're gonna go take a break, get a couple commercial breaks, and we'll get right into that video. Then we're gonna talk about a little bit of music marketing, and all that right here live on the Even Rush Network with your boy, the Joker, and my boy right here, my brother, the King, lyrical
Yeah,
MC,
yeah.
L-BIZ, no doubt.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Chrissy, here to let you know that the Evening Rush Network now has an app. Yes, an app, you guys. So you can stay connected on the go and watch all your favorite podcast shows. You can download the app at Google Play Store or Apple iTunes. So spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, if you're looking to start a podcast and really don't know how, well, hit us up at the Evening Rush Network at gmail.com and inquire about time slots, pricings, and everything you may need to get started. We got you. Join the winning team, the Evening Rush Network. And also, download that app. What are you waiting for? Get to it.
We trying, man. Y'all see me out here. 716. 716 is live.
Yo, shout out to 716 Live, man. Keep rocking on. You heard me? Yeah.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Beck Green. Listen, we are live right now on 716live.com radio. Make sure you are hitting us up for the morning show every Monday through Friday. That is right, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right on 716live.com. Make sure you hit that radio button once you get there and give us a call, okay? Love ya.
Meanwhile, Portland seeing its 59th straight night of unrest. Police using tear gas on one person shot and killed with a black
Brown, tall, skinny, short, it doesn't matter. One injustice, one place is an injustice in every place.
Yeah. Smiley, what up? Yeah. L-BIZ. Snipe Life. That's right. D-Block shit, nigga. You already know. busy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When them snakes slithering, we delivering shots. Wasn't no picket fences, our great adventures consisted of picking locks and gripping Glocks. But only for protection. If I offer you these hands, don't escalate negotiations with the weapons. Don't do it. Cause ain't no coming back from brash decisions. To this day, I'm thanking God my babies made it out that car collision. Just take a glimpse inside of my life. If your attention is instantly drifting, all I'm giving you is highlights. Experience is 2020 hindsight, I rhyme like all I need is one, but I'm more deserving of 5 mics and fuck a gold plaque. I want the gold that they dug out of the Klondike. They got it out the mud, I want my pie slice. Earning equity, but you subjecting me to droughts. Then lock me in a cage cause I found a way to get out and stacking amazing amounts. Hate that I took to the field, the skills that I gained in the house. I'm building my legacy now.
Took the table that they gave me and I turned it. Saw the bridge that they built me and I burned it. Time is ticking, it's too valuable to waste it. Nothing's given, if you want it, gotta take it. So go ahead and take it.
Take money.
Yeah, feel like you're running out of patience.
Take money. D-block. Yeah. I can feel how the table's turning, my time ticking. And what I'm burning is higher learning, these lines hitting. From late night to the morning shifting, my grind different. Broke the brick down, came a long way from them dimes flipping. Skipping something slick like a vest with Teflon piping. Baddie with me, thick like a check when they get the dawn writing. Never been the type too excited, I'm well balanced. From the school of strong arm to the letter, we couldn't spell balance. Still in it, fighting these demons, look how the world's spinning. Stack cash, turn it to credit, that was my girl's vision. Heard prison stories of war before I landed there. Banging in the yard and with balls, I was the man in there. Style like, hand me a chair, the way I'm pulling up. Air them out, leaving them stuck, that's how you get the claps. Plus, never burn a bridge you can't swim away from. Life's like a deck full of cards, you gotta take one.
Took the table that they gave me and I turned it.
D-block shit,
Saw the
nigga.
bridge that they built me and I burned it. Time is ticking, it's too valuable to waste it. Nothing's given, if you want it, gotta take it. So go ahead and take it.
Take money.
Yeah, you running out of patience.
Take money.
Take money. Take money.
L-BIZ. If Uncle Sam ain't taking shorts, then why the hell should I? He milk me till my well is dry and tell me hold my head up high. At least we draped in sheets and hide the cheese under a bed of lies. And there's always heat to fill the need we see if bread is rising. And fame is tantalizing. Wealth is hypnotizing. Neighborhoods been gentrifying. None of this should be surprising. Trying to buy my silence by demolishing a statue. Or bigotry's disguised until a camera phone can catch you. Supposed to be one nation, indivisible. But these political criminals got this country looking miserable. It's indefensible the way they used to crack that bull whip and wash their sins at the pulpit, homie, that's bullshit. That's the reason we raging, sick of the spit in our faces. Seats at the table is changing, ain't have a spot, so we made it. Hate that we took to the field the skills that we gained in the house and learned how to earn in the drought. Ain't no way you stopping us now. Never.
Man,
Yeah, that jump right there, definitely off the chain, man. I love the video, man. The visual is definitely off the chain. I
thank
love
you,
the
man.
work. I love the concept of all that. You know what I mean? How did that come? How did that come about right there? That piece of work that y'all put together, man. Well, let us know about that experience.
Well, it's a funny story of how that song came about in itself, right? So I did a song for the Locks called what the heck was the name of that song? Re-Up. So I did a song for the Locks called Re-Up. Like I sang the hook for it, and my man Jimmy Dukes produced the beat. And at first it was supposed to be Snipe Life's song, but they was playing it in the studio, and Jadakiss heard it, and was like, "Yo, this fire. Why I ain't on that?" So Jadakiss ended up hopping on that track, and then Sheik heard it and was like, "Nah, this a Locks record," and took him off the record completely. It ended up taking the whole song.
Wow.
So I felt so bad about it that I'm like, yeah, like I had nothing to do with it, but I felt bad because I felt like we, you know what I'm saying, we was building. So, you know what I'm saying, when I reached out to him, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna send you some more joints. Let's just keep working. And I ended up sending him a record. And in return for that, like he respected the fact that I threw him another bone. So
Yeah.
he was like, yo, you need anything, you let me know. So when I started working on that project, that beat just made sense. My man Myth got beats from Erie, PA, produced the beat.
Okay.
And I'm just like, yo, this joint fire. I'm gonna see if Sniper hop on it. I sent it to him. He loved it, so he rocked out. And he liked it so much, he was like, yo, let's shoot a video for it. So salute to my man Al Max and Joakim Lumpkins. They came with me, like we came up with the idea, the concept. It was right after the world kind of opened up during the pandemic, probably like 2022-ish.
Okay.
And so it was still kind of weird. The crazy part too is like we ended up going to Yonkers to link up with Snipe. And like we got this whole little mini documentary that we still trying to put together about that whole trip. Because the day before we shot that video was the day DMX passed away, and we was actually at the hospital outside.
Wow.
The hospital at White Plains Memorial Hospital the day he passed away.
Yeah.
And the next day we ended up going out to Brooklyn into this church. They had it set up to where you could utilize different spaces in the underground of the church. And we shot that video, man. But I've been rocking with D Block since like 2014, 2015.
Okay.
And so we always been in contact, you know what I mean? Like between like my man Smiley's Peoples, who is real close friends with Sheik Luch, and Dazel, who was their in-house engineer, which is another homie of mine, is a Snipe Life. Those is all my homies.
Yeah.
So, when it came to time to do the record, it was nothing to do. We actually got another joint in the tuck called Dry Slow with Trife Diesel from Theodore Unit. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's crazy because they don't even know each other. I ended up being building in relationships and networking. I ended up getting the homies on the record and they don't even know each other. You know what I'm saying? And they all the way out in the city, Staten Island and Yonkers. So, it's like I said, the internet is a beautiful thing, and making quality music, it'll put you in some places and spaces that you may not necessarily be able to get into otherwise.
Yeah, man, you're doing an amazing job with that. The network is definitely amazing. Shout out to D Block. I've been a D Block fan for a while. Shout out to the kids. Shout out to 716 Live when he came to Buffalo with Griselda and all that, man. And shout man. Jada always loving Buffalo movement too, man, because he did show up a couple times. You know what I mean? So shout him out with the wealth that he got going, the health he got going on with him and Styles P with the at the coffee
Juices
thing.
for Life, Pharmacy for Life, Juices for Life. We actually shot some of the first scenes at the first Juices for Life store in Yonkers. And it's like probably like 3 blocks away from their first business that they started, which is the D Block Car Wash. So like it was a lot, like they show so much love, bro. Like it just don't make no sense. Like I met Kiss a few times, like whether it be like backstage at shows and stuff, and he always show love. Like Styles is real cool. Sheik was super cool. Like everybody is like real humble. They just keep a really tight circle. You know what I'm saying? I met AP, one of the homies that used to be in the bullpen. You know what I'm saying? One of the artists that they signed. So like, and it was like they was telling me all of the stories about all of the lyrics that DMX used to spit. Like I went to the store where they used to hustle in front of, like in D Block, you know what I'm saying? Like in Yonkers, like I was at the 354 building where Mary picked them up to take them to Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen so many things and I've been pulled behind the curtain in so many situations, and I'm grateful for the opportunities that they gave me because we've done some really amazing work together and we still doing it. You know what I mean?
Very inspiring, man. The movement that what they got going on, the Kiss Cafe is gonna happen.
Yeah.
At that memo in my email. and I can't wait to that move with his dad and his son. I'm definitely gonna support. I'm gonna order some of that coffee online too, though. You know what I mean? I got the little
Yeah, I
mini.
tried, but it was sold out the first day, so I
Yeah,
couldn't even get to it. They was sold out. But I'm big. I definitely support the pharmacy for life. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm on some
Definitely gonna support,
elderberry and
man.
stuff right
Order the
now. So
coffee. Yeah, I'm gonna order the coffee, man. And my wife went on the website. She want the cappuccino edition of that.
yeah.
You know, and she want the cap. She love
Yeah, I don't
cappuccino.
even drink coffee, but I just want some. Just cause,
Yeah.
we support black businesses over here. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man, man, I'm a coffee drinker every morning. That's a morning thing. I know people drink it all day. I can't drink it all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know,
Don.
going with a nice little, you know what I'm saying, little bagel or something with it. I could definitely. That's, you know what I'm saying. One cup is good for me. It get me moving.
Respect.
You know,
Yeah, I
that's it.
can't.
That's it. Yeah,
It's an acquired taste.
yeah. One thing, a lot of people that tasted his coffee, a couple of celebrities that posted up on the IG said it's real mild. It don't have like a strong coffee taste. It's very mild, but it gives you that taste that you want, like that you want in
Right.
your head. You know what I mean?
Got
That's
you.
one thing. You know, and
Got
I
you.
remember Kiss was saying that also on Drink Champ. He said it's not really what you think it is. Those who don't drink coffee, and you know what I'm saying. So Bun B was just talking about it too. And on the last podcast he was on, I had watched
Right.
online. He was saying that he want to team up with them with his business, with his restaurant. He about to start selling breakfast in his Trill restaurant, and he was saying that he want to bring Jada Coffee in his business.
Oh,
So
that'd be fire. See,
yeah,
that's what this culture is about, man. And that's why
yeah,
I love being a part of it. Because you get to see stuff like that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah. Bun
if
B,
we
man.
do it right, we
Yep.
we we do the right things, then we could do that same thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like you said, I do stuff to inspire you, you do stuff to inspire me, and that type of stuff inspires me as well. So,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
just try to push the envelope and teach our kids how to really get to it. You know what I mean?
yeah. That's it, man. You know, so he definitely want to do that, and I definitely want to go out there, Texas, and check out Bun B's restaurant. I travel, so I try to find a spot, a black-owned business everywhere I go. When I'm on the
Yeah,
road, I try to Google, you know what I'm saying, and talk on the internet and see what's the hot black-owned restaurant, what's the black-owned sneaker store, where's the black-owned. I try to support, Puerto Rican, my
for
black image.
sure.
You know what I mean? I
For
try to
sure. For sure.
go and support everywhere I go, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's
One
love.
last question, and then I'll get out your way. Uh, how do you feel about the marketing side of it? Because I'm a marketing coach, I'm a music
Uh-huh.
marketing manager, and how do you market yourself? What kind of tools and gems you could bring to the table to let people know how can they market themselves better as a brand,
Yeah.
as a business owner, and as an artist?
Well, one of the things that I tell and teach my team is the value of budgeting your time. You know,
Yeah,
but to budget your time the way a rich man budgets his money will allow for you to be rich in multiple aspects of your life. And so when it comes to your career, you have to really pinpoint the things that you do well versus the things you don't do well. You do the things that you do well for the sake of maintaining your momentum, but
right.
you really have to apply deliberate practice to the things that you don't do well so that they become things you do well. And I actually learned that concept in college,
Mm,
in my marketing class from the marketing manager of M&T Bank. My marketing professor was the marketing manager at M&T Bank. And one of the
wow.
things that, she used the article about Tiger Woods, where it talked about how his father trained him to become one of the greatest golfers in the world. And the concept was deliberate practice. You pinpoint the things that you don't do well, and you focus on how to improve those things while also giving time to the things you do well so that they continue to be muscle memory type movements and actions. But because you're so focused on improving in the area you're not good at, that eventually over time, that will become just as much of a knee jerk skill as everything else because you got natural talent in certain areas. So for me, I know that, because I wear so many hats, I try to focus on the things that I don't do well more so that
Hmm.
I can improve in those areas. And then because I have a team of artists that I work with and for, when it comes time for them to do it, then I can give them the gems because I utilize myself as the guinea pig, so to speak, for
Hmm.
these new processes and ideas and best practices. So when it comes to content creation, like I had to teach myself how to cut videos on my phone and on, different platforms for the sake of having fresh content. Um, One of the biggest things that I actually talked to Pretty Bully about this today, salute to her, is the importance of engagement, engaging the fans, engaging the people that appreciate the culture. To talk to these people gives them a sense of like connection. You know what I mean? And so that's one of the things that I'm very strong at,
Right.
which not everybody is good at that. So I don't necessarily spend a lot of time doing it. I'm very strategic with it, but at the same time, I spend a lot of time with creating content because that's not my strongest suit. So
Right.
I spend more time creating content, less time engaging, so that when the content is created in bulk, then I can send it out periodically, strategically, and then get back to my strong suit, which is the engagement process.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean? So that's kind of my, I guess, my formula, so to speak, or a portion of my formula. And
Right.
then from there, because it all works behind the scenes too, you got to connect with the DJs,
That's
you got to
right.
connect with the platforms, you got to read the information, you got to be up on what's new and what's current and see how it applies to your business model. There's a lot to do, and that's why it's so important to have a team.
That's
But
right.
when you don't, you just work at the things that you don't do well until you do them well while maintaining momentum in the things you do well, and you'll sustain. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's kind of where we at right now. We sustaining and growing because I know how to do certain things that Bully doesn't know how to do.
Yeah.
She's been applying those things over the last 2 or 3 years. And if you paid attention to her career in the last 2 or 3 years, you can see the upward trajectory
That's right.
because she's been applying this business model and this marketing model to her process of just knowing how to rap really good and
Right.
being very welcoming as a personality.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So, and it's a big difference. Like before, it was I don't even know what my rap name is. To now, I'm on Sway in the morning,
Yeah.
rapping with RZA, and you know what I'm saying. And she'll be back on Shade 4 or 5 at Rappers Out of Control, rapping live with them next month.
That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying? So, and then we in Ottawa for a festival. She got another festival coming up in Pittsburgh or somewhere out somewhere. But she been working, and it's
Yeah. Work.
all part of like the bars for breakfast content that she do. That was
Right.
that was her brainchild that I kind of helped mold,
Yeah.
for for the sake of content. And now she's getting, thank yous for just responding to people.
That's
You
right.
know what I mean? Because it's like I told her today, yo, you got Sway talking to you, you got Heather B talking to you, you got Spinderella talking to you. Like
Yeah.
Pharaoh Maz just follow her and share her video with what that boy name is. I can't think. Rusty Jux.
Yeah.
You got famous people talking to you like you one of them. So for you to talk to somebody else that ain't even close to that, it make them feel so much more connected to you,
That's right.
which adds on to the lore of who you are as a person and as an artist. So I guess that's my secret sauce, if anything. But
Yeah.
just
No
budget
doubt.
your time.
That's right. That's
Budget your
right.
time.
You know
Time is
what?
currency.
The main thing that stuck out for me, which you was just breaking everything down, was that people People is afraid to do things that's weak in
Uh
their
huh.
movement. You know what I mean? And that was me years ago, where I was strong on this over here and okay over here, but over here I'm not gonna touch that right there because I'm scared I'm gonna fail. I'm scared I'm gonna slip up over here where I'm strong at. That's not really the
Right.
case. You know what I mean? My mentors mentored me to, yo, Joker, you need to be strict over here. Focus on this. You got this over here. Even if you don't touch this for a while, you can always, that's right, ride the bike. Don't worry
That's a
about it.
fact.
Build over here where it's weak at. That was my fear. And I see that with a lot of artists in our town. Is they're afraid to take criticism to where they can build up and be better on this piece right here that they're not good at, but they need it. It's
Yeah.
needed. And they know it's needed.
Yeah.
And then the fear comes to kick in. When that fear kick in, you just want to sweep that under the rug and walk on it a little bit. And then they realize you need that when something happens or you go to that next level and you missing that piece, you wonder why you can't elevate or you can't take it to the next
Yeah,
level. And you in that level, but you don't recognize it because you didn't work on that little joint that you put on that rug that you're walking over right now.
that's 100% fact, man. Like for what it's worth, like I'm a God fearing man. I always believe that God is not gonna give you more than you can handle. But that's
Right,
on the good side and the bad side. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not prepared to receive the blessing that you want, you're not gonna get it, or you might just get it just so that he can watch you fumble it. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
it's like the preparation comes with being comfortable with uncomfortable situations
that's right.
until they become comfortable. Because then that means that you moving up. You know what I'm saying? Like I wrote in a song called "My Backpack." Turbulence. It's turbulence when you before you reach a cruiser altitude.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean? Like if you on a plane, it's always gonna be a little shaky until you get to that 10,000 feet, and then you coast it. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's always gonna be a little shaky. You got to be a little bit uncomfortable before you reach the cruiser altitude. So just be okay with it being uncomfortable, because if you go through that process, you'll get to the place where you just cruise it, and then you can you closer to the stars at that point. You
Right.
can shoot a little higher. It's gonna
I
get a
agree.
little bit more shaky,
Right,
but if you keep shooting, you ain't like you know what I'm saying. The only person that never scored a point in the game was somebody that didn't shoot. You gotta shoot and
that's
keep
right.
shooting until you can't shoot no more. And then when
Right.
you can't shoot, find some energy to shoot again.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm
That's right.
saying? Like that's it. Because we ain't.
It.
It ain't about the shot percentage. It's just about the shots that you make.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Like we don't heard no. Like I'm sure you like you said it. You know what I mean? I done heard no so many times. I done
Yeah.
seen so many lists that don't got my name on it. So many people, that I feel like I've been slighted by, but it
Right.
ain't about them. It's about the people that believe in what I do and
That's
that
right.
appreciate the art that I create. And I just focus on the wins. And you know what I mean? My percentage could be 2%, but I'm grateful for the two. I ain't
That's it.
focused on the 98% that I don't get. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's right. That's right. And I move forward like that, man. That's what make me inspired of what you got going on, and everybody that's in our culture, in our community, boom bap
Yeah,
community is different. Shout out to the mainstream. I dip in that too because I was signed before. I was signed to Sony Universal back in the day, so I understand that pocket very well. And understand
right,
I've learned through experience in that pocket. I understand the machine, respect the machine. Now I'm a part of the machine. I'm building my own machine, so
right.
it's different. You know what I mean? Man, I appreciate you being on the platform, man.
No, thank you for
It's
having me,
honor
man.
to have the legendary L-BIZ. Y'all definitely check out that video that he got out, man, that I just played today. It's on all platforms right now, video platforms. Y'all go ahead and check that out. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Google L-BIZ. That's all you got to do. You got his catalog is ridiculous. He definitely has the Bible of hip hop in his hands of all different types of creativity that he had put together. That's amazing. I've been playing his music from a long time since I've been on the radio, blog talk radio, from podcasts. I still get the emails. I still get the email blasts of all his music. All
Word.
across the world. Even out the DJ pool to send me music before you sending out. So that's even
That's
better.
fire.
Yeah, yeah,
That's fire.
yeah. They send me all the video links and all that. So shout out to the DJs that's a love of the culture, and I appreciate you being on here, man. And blessings to you. Got to give you your crown
Thank
while
you.
you here, and
Thank
I
you.
can't wait to collab with you. I can't wait to collab with you, do something with you. I can't wait to put together a show with you. I can't wait to put some work together. I can't wait to we all get
Yes,
involved in some
sir.
things. You know what I mean? That's on my bucket list. To do a lot of things like that, man. Why I'm transitioning to my new thing. Me and the family got, and I definitely appreciate you your time in the midst of you under the weather and all that. So I appreciate you,
Word.
man. You do.
Nah, man. Thank you again for having me on. I
Yeah.
appreciate everybody for tapping in. You know, what I'm saying? I appreciate this platform and everything that you do for the culture, man. You've been doing it for a long time,
Yes, man.
and
Appreciate
you know, what I mean, like we all need to protect brothers like you that set themselves to the side to give a platform and a spotlight on other artists. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody is willing to do that.
That's
So
right.
I thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean, thank everybody for tapping in and make sure that y'all stay tuned in to my man Joker. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? The Underground Lounge Show, man. It's like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Check me out on Instagram, where you know what I'm saying, y'all see it. Follow me at my name is L-BIZ. IStayBusy.com is the website. Mission
Yes.
5000 Club is the movement. And hey, listen, man. For what it's worth, yo, follow me, click on the links, vote for
Yeah.
me, the 716 awards. You know what I
That's
mean? Like
right.
I
Right.
I Stay Busy is nominated for Label of the Year for the 716
Yeah.
awards, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
coming up too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm nominated for
yeah.
Podcast of the Year, Hustler of the
Yes,
Year.
sir.
Yeah,
Oh,
me
that
and
way.
Crew is
That
nominated for
that way.
IWB.
That way.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Get
Yeah,
them
no doubt.
votes in.
Yeah, get them votes in. I think the votes is probably closed now, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We definitely will do to do. But while we still on, real quick before I go, it's a website for all you producers, because I know you're a producer. If you want to get a plug in to get your stuff in the industry, it's a website right there. You can get your beat placements. They got all the artists that's working on projects right now, from J. Cole's to Kendrick Lamar to Busta to everybody is on here that's looking for production. It's the website right there, unitedmarket.com. Make sure you go ahead and submit your music. You know, you might get a placement in a check. And as long as you get your paperwork, as long as your paperwork ready, you can make it happen. That joint's right there
Yeah.
for all my producers that want to get a placement in the industry. And like I
Fire.
say, you got to be paperwork ready. I know you paperwork ready, so I know you can get
Oh,
right in.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm not mistaken, a couple of the D Block family is on that site working on the album, so I'm pretty sure, you know what I mean, they definitely looking for production. But there it is right there for all you beat makers and producers for placements in the industry, www.unitedmarket.com. So, you know what I'm saying? So shout that website out. You know, it's a good thing. It's a monthly subscriber, but it's an opportunity for you to have a business and make money in your sleep. Why not?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So we're gonna get up out of here. It's your boy, the Joker, the Overlook MC. Got my boy L-BIZ in the building right here doing what it do. I love any other project you got going on in the future. Hit me up. We'll put you right back on the platform so we can let people know to get some of that good, amazing brand that L-BIZ is bringing to the table with the D Block family and
Yes, sir.
town, Buffalo, New York. We definitely growing, no doubt. And yeah, we out of this joint, man. No doubt. Peace.
Word. Peace, peace, peace.